Okay, second part of the video. Hopefully I didn't start talking too fast and get cut off there. We're going to hit the elevator, go up into the main building again. Daylight, rain has stopped. Let's look at a couple of the other things that are out here before I go over to that stuff over there. So let me swoosh up into the air here. So out here we have, there was my wife's, what did I say? Witchery, that's it. Witchery stuff. This is just other stuff she's growing. There's our nether portal to get into the nether. There's her house, and she's got more farms growing over here. She's got some trees and stuff growing over here. This area out there is my daughter's set up. She's got a chocobo pen where she's growing chocobos over there. And her little pier and stuff she's built. Over there is one of the local villages where we steal supplies from. That thing out there, you can't see it. There it is on the edge when I'm facing the right way. That is a castle of bad guys, which we haven't really gone to yet. And over here is the next thing we're going to show you. So let's go down. Very loud, isn't it? Alright, this is my immersive engineering stuff. So what we have up here is, that's a advanced windmill, something like that. Back there's a regular windmill. This one puts out twice the power of that one. Neither one puts out very much power at all. If we go up here onto this platform, you can see that wire comes down to here, goes over to this bank of capacitors. The front edge of all these capacitors is wired together. It's got a wire coming down from that other windmill to the top part of it. It's also got a wire coming from the inside to the top part of it. I'll show you in a second. And a wire from this thing. This is my lightning rod. And it has 1.2 million in it. And it's not going down because I don't think anything is turned on right now. Basically, when this thing gets hit by lightning, it gets 16 million RF put into it and just slowly runs it out, charges these things. So down here, we have our little phone wires, telephone wires, power wires. This is the outputs of all these capacitors that store it, and they are tied into this wire coming down to this, which goes to the three things down here which require power. They are the sugarcane farm. This is a harvester, which basically, anytime a sugarcane gets higher, it goes boom, chops it off, and sucks it in and sends it into the building. And then it also generates sludge, which goes out this pipe over this way. This is also a harvester, and these are hemp plants, industrial hemp. The seeds from these are another component I need inside the building. And then another sludge pipe, it joins up with that other one and pumps over here to the sludge boiler. Right now this is the dynamic tank. It's got nothing in it because it's still filling up this thing. This is turned off right now. Basically this is the sludge. This thing, when I turn it on, boils it, and it kicks out as a byproduct dirt and sand and clay and stuff like that. Decaying wheat, mycelium. Notice these haven't gone anywhere. That tunnel we were in earlier had a pipe coming out from. This is where it comes from. There's a transfer node underneath here that sucks out of this chest everything except mycelium and decaying wheat, because I really have no use for those, so it's okay if they build up in the chest, but I like to get the sand and the clay and the other stuff into the computer. Over here, this is my brick power station thing. These are just covers that are hiding where the pipes from those two harvesters come up into the building, so I thought it'd make them kind of look like a vented pipe. This building's got all kinds of immersive engineering power generating equipment in it, which is actually purely for looks and because it was fun to build, because this thing only powers itself out here, and everything inside the building, the reactor provides all the power I could ever need for as much as I would ever want. But then I couldn't build a cool building out here with all these machines and equipment in it. So this is the power station building of immersive engineering stuff. This is a coke oven. This, you burn coal and it creates coal coke, which you use in this next machine. We'll show you, and it generates creosote. Creosote's used to treat wood, to make treated wood, which is what you build all kinds of the stuff for immersive engineering out of. This is a blast furnace. In this, you put the coal, coke, and iron, and it gives you steel. Don't use this because I just mix steel in the smelter. Again, this is all for show, and because it's cool to build stuff. This is a fermenter. This sucks in. You see back here, we've got a chest. This is where the pipe comes up from the harvester on the sugarcane. It gets sucked into this thing, and the sugarcane pops in here. Boom! Watch, you see it go through its power, and it's going to generate a tiny bit of kerosene, I think it makes, over here. And it immediately is gone because it immediately sucks it out through this pipe up into this tank, which is now empty. Is this tank over here empty too? This tank still has a tiny bit of plant oil in it. Apparently this has been using some. This is an industrial squeezer. This squeezes the hemp seeds into plant oil. This is a refiner. As you can see, it takes plant oil and ethanol. That's what the sugarcane stuff makes to do. And it turns it into biodiesel, which goes out of this thing through a pipe under the floor up into the diesel generator. There's 3 levels of power in immersive engineering: low voltage, medium voltage, and high voltage. They each take different kinds of wires. Basically, everything else out here is medium voltage wiring. The low voltage, I mean, I could have put one more step of low voltage, but I can also hook medium voltage into all the stuff at work, so I just really don't use the low voltage. But this thing generates high voltage, which goes up across these little insulators into this storage capacitor, which is full right now with, 4 million RF. If this drops, the the generator automatically kicks on and pumps it until it's full again. As soon as the diesel generator has no demand, it shuts back off again, which is kind of cool. High voltage, however, can't be hooked into some of this other stuff. So the high voltage goes through high voltage wire. It's aluminum. That's why it's kind of silver looking, into this transformer, which takes the high voltage and steps it down to medium voltage. Goes up to this wire here, which goes out the side of the house up there somewhere, right there. And that's that wire that went outside that a little bit ago I said there's a wire from the inside that goes to the outside. That's where it comes from. Let's see if I can get out of here. Yes. So this is all the inside stuff that's basically purely for show and looks. So the ethanol gets pumped up into that tank, goes up over the top and automatically into the refinery. The seed oil goes up into that tank, automatically out into this refinery. I don't understand why there's not more up there. Probably something to do with when I'm offline. It might have emptied or something. I don't know. It's odd. I'll have to check that. Because those things are still out there doing their thing and sucking in sugar cane and stuff. So, anyways, that's this. Here's that. The biodiesel comes out from one thing, goes up into the diesel generator. I'll probably cover that just to make it look good. And then right under, where am I at here? Here. Let's see where I'm at under the house. This is that sludge boiler thing. That's the power line coming from the house. Underneath here, there's a little single wide tunnel that goes underneath this, so it doesn't intersect that. It actually comes and cuts over here, and then right under here is where that tunnel from the main house over there ends. And eventually I'm going to put probably a ladder up into this building so you can get between the two houses without having to go outside. So that's about it. Let's shoot up into the air here. Hover. Pull out my hang glider. It's a much quieter way to deal with this. So that's the whole area. We've pretty much just started, and we just play for fun. It's kind of relaxing and stuff to build. My wife likes making these little garden plots with their little water cube in the middle. I think she's growing, I don't know what she's growing there, something on that cement blocks. There we go. These are our trees. There's the acacia trees. That's acacia wood is what this is made out of over here. So, I had hemp growing in these things because originally I needed lots of hemp before I built the big stuff out over there. But we planted something that looks nicer out here. You can still see the remnants of my original hemp growing out over here. This is the basement of the building. I might put windows or a door or something into the basement at some point. I don't know. Sounds like we got a spider out here somewhere. And that's it. This is one of the more, it's not the most complex roof I've ever made, but it's one of the more elaborate ones. It's actually pretty simple though. It's just steps coming up and into corners, making them curve right. Anyway, that's it. We're up to, let's see, another 10 minutes, so that's like a good place as any to stop the recording as sun's going down, moon is coming up. Let's go down here and land. Get inside the house where it is safe. And end it. Back into the basement. That's it. So we'll take these 2 videos I've made now and we'll put opening title and ending title and all that fancy stuff and throw them up on YouTube just for the pure sake of saying I've done it. Because I really doubt anyone is ever going to see it except me and maybe family members that get bored. So that's it. Talk to everybody later. Bye.